Okay, hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Have to sort of like check with my brain. Like, what day of the week is it? It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Um, Monday, Kat inspired me and we she oops, I forgot to mute that. Anyway, so Monday I was inspired by Kat and went out to the store because I needed to go to the store anyway, but managed to remember to pick up some packets of yeast so that I could make bread because Kat made me dressed with the bread maker and the bread in the bread maker, fresh bread. Anyway, so I did run out and get some yeast, and then I looked up a recipe for the fast rising yeast. And so yesterday, I made a loaf of bread in the Dutch oven because we don't have an automatic bread maker. We used to, but we don't have it anymore. But anyway, so I made a loaf in the Dutch oven yesterday, and it was very tasty. So if you want the easy, it was relatively easy. It was pretty easy. If you want an easy Dutch oven recipe, it was called artisan bread. So got a nice crust on the outside. It was good. Anyway, so I have put the poll up for the cabins for today. Let me get up the picture on my end so that I can share the screen properly. Here we go. Present, share screen, window, this one, share. Okay, so here are the cabins for today. You have on the left the at least two level solar powered cabin. And then over here you have the intimate half moon cabin. So which would you prefer out of these cabins? And again, I will leave the poll up until the end of the second sprint. And then we will reveal what the popular choice is. Not what the right choice is, just what the popular choice is, I guess. But yeah, so I did get some writing done yesterday, so I'm pleased with that as well while I was waiting for the bread to rise and everything. So yeah. So anyway, how you doing? How have you been since Monday? Diamond says, hey everyone, good afternoon. You'll be chilling the first sprint. You already finished your last part to the texting story for later tonight. Yay. And then the second sprint, you're going to be working on the new story. Excellent. Kate says, hey DJ, you're at work right now doing your writing during your early lunch break. Nice. Diamond says, hey Kate, it's good. Hope you get what you need done today on your lunch break. Monique also just made yourself some lunch. Michael is here. Hello. Welcome. How are you? Stacy says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Megan says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Kate says, hello. It is Wednesday. Good. I'm glad that somebody else is like, oh yeah, yes, confirmation. It is in fact Wednesday. The half moon cabin would be lovely. Nice. Nice. Elizabeth says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Poinsettia also says, hello. Hello. Monique says, I'm going to do some small edits / rewrites in chapters 4 and 5 today. Gotcha. Are you still working on the comments that your editor has given you? Is that what the small edits and rewrites are? Something you like about your therapist. You are able to figure out some small stuff related to your writing with her. Nice. That is good. That's an added bonus benefit there. Diamond says, it sounds really good for the bread. Yes. Bread. Fresh bread. Magical sparkles. Yes. Monique thinks the solar-powered cabin looks like it has a little bit more privacy. I think the half moon has curtains. So either way, privacy is attainable. Kate says, I might write a very short 1-page writing prompt based in this cabin. Go for it. Absolutely go. Take inspiration wherever you can. Yes. Stacy says, I would live in the 2-story, but for a weekend retreat, I think the half moon might be living. Ooh, that's a good point. That is true. Yes. I think that is spot on. Yes. Megan says, I am crocheting today because I'm too angry to focus on writing. Oh no, the boyfriend and you are arguing, and so you're too distracted to focus on your next post. Oh no. I hope it gets resolved, whatever it is. But yes, allow yourself to feel. My current crochet critter, because y'all know that I like doing the critters. I'm doing a jumbo snake. So here is the beginnings of the jumbo snake. It requires like 100+ rows of this width. But anyway, he's cute. The little face. The eyeballs definitely should be bigger. So, but now that I've got them in, I don't know what to do with them. Maybe I should embroider around them with black, make them look bigger. I don't really know. Although at the moment it kind of reminds me of those like flatworms that we had to dissect in 10th grade biology. Is that bad? Stacy says you're going to be doing some research this afternoon. You have the videos all set up. Yay. Excellent. Monique says, my goal for this stream, at least for the next hour and a half, are to show how Catherine can be endearing, is one of your characters. Yes. And to show that Andy and Jane are forming new friendships with 2 of their classmates for theater. Gotcha. Yes. Yes, yes. Excellent. I like these goals. These goals sound doable and enjoyable. Let's see. I'm trying to remember where I am in the chapter that I left off on. I think I'm at the beginning of a chapter. I think I left off at the end of one, beginning of no next. So I think I am ready to start a new chapter today. Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing a new chapter. Cute jumbo snake. Thank you. Still would not want to meet it in the middle of the rainforest, though. Yeah, because it would probably be soggy and wet at that point, and probably would not provide much comfort. Or a real snake at that size would also be very terrifying, I will admit. So, But yeah, so. Alrighty, let's go ahead, and I need to pull a card for the day, for the sprint, for the stream, whatever you want to call it. However long this card applies to you. We are pulling the frog, which is clearing out the clutter. So unnecessary things that do not serve you, things that distract you. Okay, let me find it in the booklet. We're close. Here we go. Okay, so trying not to show my stray hair. Here is our frog. I think it's a tree frog of some sort. I do not know if it has a specific species or not, but here is our frog. Clear out the clutter. The frog knows that while all the other frogs are croaking away, this is the time for you to simplify and declutter your life so that you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating a total cacophony, we can become drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. Then the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments that we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships need decluttering as they often become messy. The frog appears to tell you to clean house, prioritize what you need, and get rid of or give away the rest so that you can have some space in your day and in your head. You do not need the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along with physical clutter, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time to let go. Whatever you need will appear when you need it. So release your grip on all things that clutter, on all that clutter that is making you feel anxious and burdened. The frog wants you to reclaim your space, unencumbered by shoulds, oughts, and could have beens. Let go and jump. You are free from all that old stuff. So there you go. There's our frog friend who is encouraging you to declutter in order to make your life better. Spring cleaning. Yes, spring cleaning. Spring cleaning in both physical and mental. So, and emotional, I suppose, too. So, Monique drew the 5 of Wands. I think that is the card of perseverance, the wounded warrior, and sort of like continuing despite losses. If I have that in my brain correctly, which I may not. So double check in your own cheat sheets. So frog, yeah, cute. Stacy says, the season of the witch in bulk, the rosemary bread. Share and commune with the ones who mean the most to you. Break bread with the spirit of rosemary, which will call for healing and mending. Ooh, those kind of go together, I think. Because you're sort of assessing what's around you, deciding on who and what means the most to you, and which relationships and things should take priority, and therefore healing and mending with those that matter. I like that. And also the Spiral Tarot, Death Reversed. Okay, so transitions. If we're talking about in the maybe either something is holding you back from transitioning to the new, and maybe it's that stuff that you need to let go of. Maybe. Kate says, agreed. This is a wonderful card, and you've been doing a lot of this since we were moving. Yes. So you're getting rid of what you don't want to pack and take with us again. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, so yes, it is the card of the wounded warrior. Stacey says, 5 of Wands to me is almost always a drama card. You know, it means conflict, but you see drama more often. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. But then again, the card of, or the suite of wands is sort of like the fire and the passion. So sometimes those fiery and passionate personalities sometimes flare up because they can rather than because they need to. Is that fair to say? Cool Gamer says, hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, rivalries, clashes of ego. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. And which one is it that's the card of the wounded warrior? Which one? I don't know. I'll have to look up my cheat sheet, my catalog of short key terms and go like, which one was this? Because I know it is a 5. I think it's a 5. I could be wrong. I think it's 5. Anyway, now that we have our frog, our advice to declutter, let's go ahead and pull up a timer. We should use the frog. We should use the frog video. The frog timer. It's a 30 minutes. Let's do that. Stacey says, if you ever see wands in the Spiral Tarot deck, you would see where you get the drama. It looks like a stage fight. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, we will start off with our frog timer, our fancy frog. It does fart at the end, so beware of that. And in 30 minutes, be ready to blame your significant other or your pets. But let's do this. 1, save your document, especially if you've already been working today. If not, now's a great time to pull up whatever documents you're going to be working on. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of the first sprint. How did we do? I'm about halfway through this section. So I made it a good ways into this section of the story. 984 words, so I didn't quite break 1,000, but I'll take it. Two. I need to remember to go back in and update the NaNoWriMo site because I didn't do that Monday or yesterday. I'm really bad about that. So I've got to make sure I so Mondays was this one. I just kind of want to add up and see what. Okay. What that 2-day total was. Okay. But yeah, that's how we're doing. For our first sprint, not bad. I will take it for sure. Flip it back over so I can see my notes. Okay. So Monique was inspired by Stacy talking about stage fights. So it's going to work in a comedy / conflict scene with the characters who are trying to get to know each other. I did say, let me know what music you've been obsessed with lately, because Hozier has been playing in my brain for like the last week and a half. Stacy has been listening to Starset and From Ashes to New, neither of which I have heard of, so I'm going to have to look them up. Let's see. We'll talk about the Michael sent me a message. I sent you a message back on Instagrams. Let's see. Monique is changing the POV to third person. You're technically still in Jane's head. Yes, and that's so third person omniscient is when the narration can see into everybody's head. Third person limited is where you can only be in one person's head at a time. So if you're in Jane's head, you can also be in Andy's head at the same time. But you would you would have to switch chapters, I guess, in order to swap whose head you would be in. But yeah, third person objective is when you are only when the narrator is only the observer. There's like nobody's head talk. So generally omniscient is the most prevalent in terms of like third person POV, and then third person limited is the next most prevalent. So there you go. Jane's going to treat the scene as a therapeutic experience. Also an option. Diamond says, nice, that's still good. I can't still think about what to write at the moment, so hopefully after the second sprint, something will come to mind for what you should write down in the next chatting story or texting story. Kate says, just went over my edits, reading what you wrote last so that you can get back into the swing of things. Yes. Yep. Sometimes it takes far longer than we want. Diamond says, so I'm going to be reading this sprint to get some ideas. I already have a title in. Okay, so you already have a title and everything. You just don't quite know how to start off. Gotcha. Okay. Stacy got through most of one of your research videos. Fantastic. Marcella, hello. Welcome. You're 316 words into that same scene that you wrote last time. This supporting character development is coming along smoothly. Nice. Love that when it happens. Poinsettia got to page 47 of On Writing by Stephen King. I like a great deal of that book. And I know some people feel like the book is overhyped, but I like his perspective on things. And it always strikes me as kind of fun that he describes writing as like the superpower of telepathy. I liked the way that he describes that, in that, like, you can say there's a tablecloth on the table, and then like your brain, most people's brains, unless you have a specific condition of being unable to see things visually in your head. I forget what that's called though. But anyway, so he says there's a tablecloth, and you imagine a tablecloth, and if you give it a descriptor, there's a red checkered tablecloth, then everybody who is able to do that visualization in your head immediately gets the image of a red checkered tablecloth. Now your checks may be bigger or smaller, your squares, but you still envision the same thing. So I think that's a fun way to think about writing, as sort of like it's telepathy. So it's your superpower. It's kind of fun little perspective on things. And so it's little things like that I appreciate about On Writing from Stephen King. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I found the book enjoyable. So in fact, I think I appreciate his On Writing book more than I appreciate his fiction books. I'm not a huge fan of horror. Generally, that's not one of the things I pick up, despite having like cut my my early reading years on on Goosebumps. I think pretty much everybody of my age grew up with Goosebumps. So despite all of that, or maybe because of that, I don't know. I'm not a huge horror fan in terms of reading it generally. I mean, I will pick one up occasionally, but so I don't love all of Stephen King's fiction books, but I do really like the On Writing book. Anyway, Elizabeth says, I got some reading done. I think I'm going to need to listen to the book one more time to take real notes. And you're also reading Save the Cat. Nice. Which version? Save the Cat writes a screenplay, Save the Cat writes a novel. So like the original or the... Anyway, well, it's fine. Anyway, brain. So Diamond has been listening to Wannabe from Gorilla and Megan Thee Stallion. You like right now? Nice. Okay, good. Yes. Elizabeth says you've been listening to System of a Down and Fiona Apple. For some reason, you've been feeling the 2000s sound. A little bit nostalgic. Yes. Yes. Marcella says you can do it, Diamond, and also cool name. Diamond says, thank you, Marcella. I appreciate it and also like your name. Monique liked Misery. It was a pretty good read. Yeah, there are things that I have read from him that I have enjoyed, but generally, I think I prefer his nonfiction. Paget says, hello. I love On Writing as well. Angela is off to nap, so you can write tonight. Just popped in to smoosh the thumb. Thank you very much. Happy writing. Stacey says, I really like Fiona Apple. I'm trying to remember if Fiona Apple did a song with Aurora, and I think maybe. I feel like maybe. No, different person. Who am I thinking of? I don't remember what her name is. Anyway, Elizabeth says that Fiona is one of your favorites. You're reading, okay, so Save the Cat writes a novel. Gotcha. Yes. I thought it was pretty good as well. Alrighty. Which, if you're going to read On Writing and Save the Cat, those are ones that I think pretty much most of the writing community have read. So, like, those are good sort of like baselines. Stephen King, I feel like, is sometimes more, it's both inspiration and editing advice, because I love the way that in the second half, third section, whatever, later in the book, Stephen King actually shows you some of the marked up pages of like how Stephen King edits, which I really appreciate because sometimes I need advice on editing. It's also a bit of a memoir, yes. But I find that it's both, it's a combination of, I think, inspiration and editing advice, as well as don't do drugs. And then Save the Cat's writes a novel is much more about structure than it is editing or it is anything else. So anyway, let's do another sprinty sprint because, yes, although I might disappear to go refill my water glass during the sprint. Okay, second sprint, as always, is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you want to promote that is, please make sure you do so during this second sprint. And second sprint means we're, so if you have YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, websites, blogs, social media handles, any of that kind of stuff that is writing adjacent, please let us know where we can find you and your books. I still have linked in the description the Google form for writing craft book recommendations. So if you have found any new books that you would like to recommend that are craft books, let us know in that, because I'm still working on getting those videos up. It takes me forever to do them. I'm sorry. Anyway, also one more look at our cabins for the day. Here are the cabins. On the left, you have the two-level solar-powered cabin. On the right, you have the half-moon cabin. It's a little bit more intimate. So which cabin would you prefer for today? That is the poll that is in the chat. Also, if you are not subscribed, please consider it. That is my self-promo. All right, so 1, save your document. Save. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the second sprint. Make sure that you do need promo. Gonna do math because I have separate sections I was working on. 421 in here, and what did I get? 645 in the other. So 1066. Okay. Which means I can move that sticky. Excellent. Good, good. Save. All right. Again, don't forget to vote on the poll if you have not already done so. Let me again share the poll picture. Which cabin would you choose? The 2-level solar-powered cabin on the left, or the intimate half-moon cabin on the right? Let's see. Paget is excited because you are down to 95,000 words. You've been editing, so happy editing success. Monique says the new total is 98.8K for me. It's chunky. Currently using the emotional thesaurus to help show Jane's internal sensations while she's reading her scene. Charlie is here. Hey, hey, hello, welcome. How are you? Are you on break? It is, yes. Yes. Paige says, thanks. You're welcome. You want the emotional thesaurus so bad. I think I got the ebook version of it so that I can reference it from pretty much any device that's connected to the internet. So Charlie says, I love that book. Monique says, woohoo, chapter 5 is done. Nice. You're working on chapter 4 and 5 today. So does that mean you're done with your goals for today? Francis says, hello, joining in. Hello, welcome. Monique says, cut another 100 words. Gotcha. Diamond has thought of a new idea for your texting story, so you're going to be writing on the next sprint. Excellent. Stacy finished one video, started another, halfway through the second one. Excellent. Charlie is going to be streaming today at 5 p.m. Eastern if YouTube will let you. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. All right. The poll. We should end it. And it looks like the 2-layer solar-powered cabin won by a little bit. Not by a whole lot, but a little bit. Charlie's doing okay. The eclipse was amazing, and we uploaded our video of it to your Creations Path channel. Creations Paths channel. I always want to drop the S on paths. Don't know why. Funky Sai, hello, welcome. Welcome. YouTube is having an issue and they're not allowing the scheduling or starting of a stream right now. Oh, okay. Is that through YouTube itself or through StreamYard? Because I guess that must be through YouTube itself. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this off the screen because we're almost. This is Fridays. This is Friday's poll vote. Which waterfront view do you want? So that'll be Friday's poll picture. Mercury in retrograde, right? StreamYard gave you. Ooh, I wonder if that's new then, because it did not give me any fuss or muss when I started at 1. So cross my fingers. Hopefully everything is going to be okay. Interesting. Not allowing scheduling or starting of a stream right now. I hope this is not like a sign that they're going to try and stop you from using like a third party, because then that would mean that if you were using OBS, does that count as a third party? I don't know. That's confusing. Hopefully it's just like a short technical issue. Marcella says 218 more words in, and now another side character, an even more minor one, is getting some development. Yay! You're like character development, Oprah. You get development and you get development. Yes. Love that. Okay, so here's the quote. YouTube is experiencing an issue preventing streams from being created and going live. Our engineers are investigating. Interesting. Interesting, but scary. Hopefully, again, they will be able to fix that before your 5 p.m. start. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if StreamYard can't do it, maybe you could go through YouTube itself then. Or I wonder if theirs is also funky. I don't know. But you're looking forward to this stream. Hopefully it'll fix itself, right? I wonder if it's only affecting pop-up streams. Or were you trying to schedule it for next week if you would also have the problem? Charlie said it was stopping the scheduling as well. So I don't know. Confusion. I guess that means that I should not end the stream early to try it out, right? It just means I should keep streaming for right now. It's not letting you schedule anything. Oh no. Okay. Well, hopefully they will figure this out, and hopefully I can also get whatever eyelash this is from falling into my eyeball. There it is, I think. Yay. Forever streams of the jewels, right? Yeah. Sometimes I feel like they go that way, but I usually get too tired to continue, or I reach whatever my goal is for the day, and I'm like, all right, we're good. But anyway, so yes, let's do another sprint. We did the waterfall. Let's do the Babbling Brook. Lindsay is here as well. Hello. Welcome, welcome. All right. So, I need to change the banner. There we go. All right. So, I'm about maybe 1/4 or 1/5 into the new section. Maybe I can get most of the way through it during this 30 minutes. We'll see. All right. Yeah, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. And if you have to go at the top of the hour, just remember to say bye. All right, here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of sprint number 3. Hopefully you did good. I got another 1,000 words. So yay. Save. Save my tracker. Save my manuscript. It's going good. I finished the scene that I was working on, and then I had about 2 minutes left, so I went into my bullet journal to update for today. But yeah, so let's see. This is where Lindsay said, "Hey, Heather popped in from the car line at the pharmacy." Monique says, "Your editor has an issue with your teen characters saying gonna." You can buy Jane talking a bit more formally, but most teens say gonna all the time, right? I think this depends, and I put my opinion here, but I'll sort of reiterate it in a different. If all of your characters are consistently using slang in the dialogue, consistently, like, I mean, the whole time, every time they talk, then you probably have a room to argue about being able to use gonna. However, if you are not consistently using slang besides just gonna, then I don't think you have a whole lot of room. Besides, you already just admitted that Jane talks a bit more formally. And I'm not saying you can't write a whole book where like all the dialogue is slang. But generally, it can be done. However, it's very hard to consistently make sure that all of your characters are talking that way. Also, if you have theater kids, which you do, theater kids are known for quoting, using bigger terminology because they read more. They read the scripts, which means they generally are mimicking a higher vocabulary, which means they generally use less slang than other kids. Not always, but generally. And so your theater kids are going to have a higher vocabulary point. They're going to speak more clearly and more formally. Again, generalizing. Also, when you are reading, you don't want to make it super hard for people to read. And when you have apostrophes and like smushed together words and new slang, or slang that may or may not be up to date, depending on whether or not you have a current teen in your life. Making it easier for your reader to read and more enjoyable to read. Like a little sprinkling here and there is fine, but it becomes a little bit more burdensome if your reader has to translate what your character is saying. But again, if you are consistently using slang for all of your characters' dialogue, consistently, then you have, you would have legs to stand on for that argument. But if you just have like a few gunnas sprinkled in there, that's not really like what I would necessarily say is necessary. So take that for what you will. Depending on the context of where the gunna was or how many gunnas you have, which character it is that's using it, that kind of thing. Like, it really depends on how the writing is done. But if your editor is suggesting that you take out just one particular phrasing, then it wouldn't bother me too much. So, Stacey says, I think it depends on if it's in dialogue or not. Yeah, if it's like in your head, again, little goes a long way, as I think Funky Sai says, yes. But because thoughts are another type of dialogue, especially if you're having back and forth in your own head. So, but again, I think the way that you are consistently delivering your characterization is going to be your primary concern. Also edited another 100 words out. Nice. Excellent. No matter what, consistency is key. Yeah. Yeah. This is the thing, because you don't want it to be like all of a sudden Jane is talking in like some dialogue that she doesn't normally. You don't want it to stand out as being like, oh, hey, she's mimicking someone and maybe making fun of them. That's not how you want to do it. If a character talks in a certain way, they need to keep talking that way. Consistency, yeah. That said, if there are so many instances of something, it can pull people out of reading. Yes, and also watching. So I think I remember, what was it? I think it was, oh gosh. Is it Prince of Thieves? No. Maybe. The one with Jake Gyllenhaal that was set in the desert. What is that? Prince of Persia. There we go. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. The female lead in that story, in that movie, was, I made fun of it so much after watching it, because she's like, it's my duty. My duty. That was like half of her dialogue was just the phrase like, it's my duty, or something like that. And so it can really take you out if it's something that's like repeated often enough that it can become a meme. It will become a meme type thing. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Yes. The Prince of Persia. I was trying to figure out what the name of that was, but yeah. Yay. Okay. Your texting, chatting story for your YouTube channel is going good so far. Yay, but it's crazy and has lots of secrets. Drama. Yes. It's going to be going up on Friday, though. Gotcha. Funky Size says, did some prep to get back up to speed with what you're going to write next. Excellent. Yay. Monique says, I'll make a note to figure out how Jane talks versus how Andy talks versus how theater kids in general talk. Yeah. Little goes a long way in dialogue. Use it sparingly to give the readers the idea that they are speaking a certain way without making it hard to read. Yes. Yes, yes. People do vary what they say. So there's that. Yes. This is also true. Yes. There are natural ebbs and flows and also people do naturally switch how they speak depending on who they're speaking to. Because if you want to impress new friends, you're going to speak one way. If you want to wheedle your teacher into letting you out of homework, you're going to speak in a certain way, type of thing. So like even kids vary how they speak. So let's see. I ended up saying it all. Excellent. Good. Yeah. You have a character who has a very Southern accent, but you have their sentence structures fit that rather than putting a whole bunch of misspellings that are hard to read. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe every once in a while throwing in like a Southern idiom or something. But yeah. Thanks for the help, everyone. You're welcome. Hopefully it is helpful. So 335 words into that scene. Yay. You basically wrapped up the first one and have transitioned to the next. Yay. Transitions are sometimes hard. So good on you. All right, y'all. It is 3:20. I'm going to go ahead and say save your documents, however many you have, whether or not you have an outline separate or together with your manuscript, and also your tracker. If you have a digital one, make sure you save. Ooh, and Monique is already on chapter 7. Fantastic. Woot. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. I will be in the chats and seeing y'all. Don't forget, Charlie, 5 p.m. Eastern. And also make sure you check out the authortube writing spreadsheet. Rachel and Kat have been keeping that up because I have not been. Shame. Anyway, make sure you save, make sure you hydrate, make sure you stretch, all that good stuff. I will see y'all on Friday if I don't see you in the chats. Bye.